Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. This is Coco and I'm Litsa, and we'd like to invite you along to see one of our latest yarn hauls. Coco's had her afternoon tea. Today she had a little bit of chicken and some watermelon. She's enjoyed that very much. It was very refreshing. Now she's just going to hop on down and have a little disco nap as always. So she shall see you in another video. Thank you for joining us once again. I went off to Spotlight this weekend. Spotlight is, I believe, the equivalent or very similar to Hobby Lobby or Joanne in the US, and I'm guessing Hobby Craft in the UK, purely because it's not just a yarns shop, it also sells other craft and some homewares as well. So I'm guessing that it's somewhere along those lines. So when I mention Spotlight, imagine whatever store you go to that is similar in your part of the world. The reason why I went, it was just to help out a friend, my friend Jane from Coco's Crochet Corner. We meet together, we all meet on a Wednesday evening, as I've mentioned before, and we have a lovely group of friends. And she needed one ball of yarn because she's making a mile-a-minute blanket, and I thought, have to help a friend out, and I'm very lucky. I literally live 5 minutes away from our closest Spotlight, so I thought I'll go along and buy that ball of yarn for her. And what she needed was just the good old Spot Saver in the silver, and I did purchase it for her. Unfortunately, it was full price. And I have to say to you, I was so shocked, because even though I do know what full price is for the yarn, I very rarely pay full price for it. As you've probably noticed from all the conversations I've had with you, I generally like to buy my yarn when it's on sale. So although it is a 200-gram ball, it is only an acrylic. It's nothing super fancy, although it is lovely to work with, and it is one of my favorite yarns, I must admit. It was $9 for that ball, and I just thought, I hear everybody on YouTube, talking about all their yarn hauls, and myself as well, and we all, try to share a bargain when we can, and it is unbelievable that how high, the price of yarn has steadily gone up over the last year. So as you can appreciate, whenever anything is on sale, I think most of us, if we're in a position to purchase something, we do. So while I was at Spotlight, there was absolutely no sale on other than the Jolly and Joy yarn again. But this time it was this version of it. So it was the twist yarn. And I did buy these beautiful 3 colors, of course Christmas themed, the green, red and the white. And this yarn is absolutely beautiful up close. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you can see that it's a twisted yarn, and it is very easy to work with. It is 100-gram balls, and beg your pardon, there are 150 meters in each ball. It's 96% acrylic, and it has the 4% polyester, which is, the sparkle. It does, recommend a 5mm hook, and it does say to, wash it in cool water and lay flat to dry. So I ended up buying 8 in the red, 8 in the green and 8 in the white, and I also purchased 3 more colors, and I'll just show you them. They didn't have a huge variety when I went, so I managed to get a cream, so I bought 2 of those, and this beautiful pink here, and this lovely blue. Now those of you who had seen my last haul of yarn, which was the sequin yarn, you'll notice that it's very similar colors, and it is the same brand, so it makes sense that their dye lots would be very similar. But these are very, very soft, very, very much so, you would definitely put them against your skin. So I decided to use them very quickly and show, make up a couple of little things for you to see how they work up. And as I said, they were such a delight to work with, because when you do start to crochet, it just glides off your hook, this yarn. It doesn't snag, or it's beautiful. If you need to obviously frog it a little bit, there is absolutely no issue at all. I did use a 5mm hook, 5.5mm hook for both the projects I'm going to show you, and I enjoyed making them. And the best thing was that it didn't disappoint. When I finished one of the projects, and then I'll show you the one that I've started, the other one, it was so beautiful to feel and put against the skin. So I'll just show you up close the little lovey, the blanket that I made using the pink. And I thought it would be lovely to use just the plain white as an accent for this little doggy. So that is beautiful, so soft. So I'm very happy that I ended up buying the amount that I did, and I certainly would buy some more of the different colors if I found them. They were reduced from $6 a ball down to $3.60, so it was an absolute must that I purchase them. Otherwise it'd be very difficult to pay the $6 for the amount that I paid. And also I don't feel that we should have to, when we can actually get them at that discounted price. Why don't they just have them at that price all the time, and then possibly give us a greater discount, fewer times through the year, but let us, be able to purchase them at the discounted price, the sale price all the time. And, as I said, if they want to have a huge, sale a couple of times a year, maybe a summer and a winter sale, I think that would be so much easier for the consumers, us, to be able to, have a little stash or purchase what we need. So again, I know I'm harping on it and I really should let it go because it's just the way the world is, but I can totally understand why even myself have bought from overseas companies and pay the shipping, or pay or buy a larger amount, larger quantity of yarn to eliminate the shipping costs. Even though our Australian dollar is so weak, it's still when it's converted to either the pound or the American dollar, it still is sometimes worth our time and money to purchase elsewhere other than in Australia. And it makes me a little bit sad to say that. Anyway, that's by the by, so let's not go on about that now. And the other project that I started to make, which I will show you now, is the start of a Christmas blanket. So I'll bring it up close and I'm hoping you can see it. With the sparkles, I was wondering what your thoughts are on, is this the right pattern for it, or do I need something simpler? Because it does, like, there's a popcorn stitch and some bobble stitches and, possibly some other fancy stitches along the way. And I'm hoping that the yarn won't get lost in the stitches, but I still want to continue with this project because it looks, I think it's a beautiful project. It is actually the annual Christmas blanket 2021. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd does the tutorial on it, and it's very good. I believe it's a free pattern on Yarnspirations, so it is something well worth looking into if you're not sure if you want to, or you're thinking about making a Christmas blanket. This is one that popped when I typed into YouTube Christmas blanket. This one came up and I thought it looked very pretty and quite interesting, because all along the way you're doing your color changes and also different stitches along the way, so it definitely won't be getting boring. And I believe at one stage, I'm not that far yet, it's an 8-row repeat. Don't quote me on the rows, but after you do the initial middle bit, then you continue repeating to the end as big as you want or as small as you want to make it. So that's something I would like to continue with, but I'd also like to hear your thoughts on whether this is the right yarn for this pattern. So that's what I'll be using, hopefully the red, white and green for. If not, I am more than happy to start a new project. So we'll see how we go, but I will continue with this just for a little bit longer and wait for what you guys have to, what your suggestions are or thoughts as well. The only other thing that I purchased, because there were only two and I just had to get these, was the Kringle Sparkle yarn. And this one generally comes out at this time of the year, and these were reduced, I think, from 250 down to around 160. And although I do have some of the other sparkle yarn in different colors, I really like the Christmas one, so I thought it was a good opportunity to be able to purchase those as well. So that was my mini yarn haul, my little mini thoughts on, you know, the price of yarns. I know I have totally no control over the matter, but as I said, it'd be nice if we could purchase them at the reduced prices all year and wait for the huge sales a couple of times a year. But it definitely hasn't deterred myself, and I know all you makers, from purchasing your yarn, because we love making our projects, because we love sharing them with family and friends. So for those reasons, I'm always looking out for any specials, and I will definitely be sharing them with you. Anyone that actually lives in Australia, if you're, you know, you like the yarn that I showed you today, might be a good opportunity to pop in at some stage. I don't know how long they'll be on sale, but it certainly is a good one at 40% off for all the Jolly and Joy yarn, including the sequin yarn that I showed you in the last haul video. So on that lovely note, I hope you're all well and, you know, you've enjoyed your weekend. I certainly have. Today is Sunday the 6th of November 2022 here in Sydney, Australia, and we're fast approaching the work week again. I've been very lucky this weekend. I got a lot of crocheting because it was one of the few weekends for a long, you know, time that we haven't had anything social on. So it was really nice. So I did manage to do quite a bit of crochet, which I've really enjoyed. Not saying that I don't enjoy hanging out with my friends and family, I certainly do, but sometimes it's just nice to just be at home, hang out with Coco, do some crochet, have a nice cup of coffee and enjoy the day. And it was a beautiful sunny day as well. It's actually been quite warm here. So wherever you are, I hope you've had an awesome weekend and you've got some crocheting as well, and certainly some family time. I'm hoping to see you all again during the week. Obviously, I'll be watching out for you guys, and I'm going to be looking for the comments that you leave me, and I will certainly be trying to put another podcast out before the end of the week. So until then, take care. As always, be kind to yourself and to others, and I hope to see you again in our next video. Bye bye.